Hi, I'm Rebecca and welcome to Solve Your Own Problems. In this video, we are going to talk about utilizing focus words in place of New Year's resolutions. New Year's resolutions are great things. It's great to start off the year with a goal, but oftentimes our New Year's resolutions are just too measurable, too structured, too tangible, too physical, and we end up getting really frustrated by, usually the spring, and life gets a hold of us and things get busy, and we find ourselves at the end of the year realizing we once again did not meet our goals, or maybe we met them and we weren't able to sustain them through the holidays, or maybe we didn't even start. And we get towards the end of the year and we just go, you know what, I'll just start in the new year. So sometimes New Year's resolutions can be frustrating and they can make us feel like we're not good at achieving the things that we put our mind to. So focus words are a really great alternative to that. And what a focus word is, it's really just words that you choose. And we like to choose 3 words for our focus words because just one word is way too much to focus on for an entire year. So you want to pick 3, and you want to pick 3 words that you can develop as part of your character that will have a benefit on you, on your life, on the people around you, your marriage, your family, your job, whatever it is. These focus words are just something that you want to be more of. It can be something that you value, like, honesty or integrity. It can be something that you already possess but would like to develop more of. It can be something that you admire in someone else and you would like to be someone of that type of character. Really, it can be anything. This is very much up to you. It can even be something that's a positive alternative to something negative that you're struggling with. If you are feeling like you are not a very calm person, or you're struggling with anxiety and you want to be less anxious, then you might use calm as your focus word. Or if you're irritable easily, you might use patience, tolerance, or resiliency. Anything that has been a negative for you this year or has been something that you've struggled with, find the positive alternative that speaks to a part of your character that you can develop, and just be curious about what that makes better in your life. That's the beauty of focus words, is there's really no way to track your progress. There's no way to know when you've reached the end, because this is something that's constantly evolving. And no matter how much work or how little work you do on them throughout the year, you're still going to benefit from these being a focus for you. So what you want to do is you pick your 3 words. And again, it can be something, the words can kind of match together if you want, or they can be seemingly completely unconnected. But what's really interesting is you typically will find that while you work on one word, it helps the other get better as well. Some words that I've used in the past are patience, presence, perseverance. One thing I did once when my big goal for the year was to finish my dissertation, which seemed daunting and nearly impossible at the time, I decided to figure out, okay, what characteristics do I need to possess as part of who I am to be a person that can get this dissertation done? And after reflecting on that, I chose the words disciplined, determined, and dedicated. So I built my discipline, my determination, and my dedication every day as part of my focus. And I got that dissertation done within the first 3 months, just because those things, those qualities that are needed to write a dissertation, were my focus. And it took away the really big, measurable, tangible goal of getting it written and just turned it into every day be dedicated, be disciplined, be determined. And those character traits helped me feel motivated and disciplined and focused on getting that dissertation done. So these can be general words, or they can be words that will help you achieve a specific goal that you need to get done by the end of the year. What you want to do is pick your words. Get a journal. Get a journal that is strictly for your focus words that you can utilize throughout the entire year. And these are really beautiful ways to kind of journal on your year. I have a different one for each year that I keep with all my focus words, and they're really, really amazing to look back on. Or if you find yourself, struggling with a word that you've used in the past, like if patience was the first word you chose and you find 5 years later you're struggling with your patience, you can revisit that journal and refresh these things that you've learned. And what you want to do in your journal is take each one of your words, and this might seem silly, but it's actually extremely helpful. Write down the definition of the word, because oftentimes we think we know what something means, but we don't fully understand how it relates to us. And so you want to do some discovery for the first month or two. Just learn about these words. Write the definition down. Say if patience is one of your words, then look up quotes about patience and write those down in your journal. And for each word, you want to choose like a very simple, just a few words or one sentence, a little mantra for each word. So if it's patience, it might be something like patience is a virtue. Just something short that you can repeat to yourself in the morning when you wake up, in the evening before you go to bed, to remind yourself of your focus words, or throughout the day when you're struggling with your patience and you need to remind yourself to be patient. Using your mantra can just be something that helps ground you and refocus you on that word. And another thing you want to do in your journal is write what you've observed. Be curious about this word. Notice when other people are patient. And the benefit that is for them. Notice days when you're able to be really patient and what's gone better because of that patience. Notice days even when you haven't been able to be patient. This one is not meant to judge or to shame yourself. It's just to learn, to say, okay, today patience was hard for me. What was different today that made patience harder? And it's not to make an excuse for not being patient, but it's just to learn to say, okay, today I struggled to be patient, and here are the things that were different today. I didn't sleep well last night, or I didn't eat breakfast before I went to work, and then it was hard to be patient. So if there's a night where I don't sleep well, I need to take note that I'm gonna have to work harder at my patience today. Or I want to make sure that I get up in time to eat breakfast, because I know that my nerves are fried when I'm not fueled with energy that I need for the day. So I tend to be a little less patient. So I'm going to nourish my body to have the strength and the energy to be patient. And none of this stuff is meant to set you back or make you feel like you're off track. It's all just about learning and being curious about ourselves, about our interactions with others, and our growth. So the beautiful thing about focus words is, even if it's a day that does not go well for your focus word, you're still gaining, you're still learning, you're still growing from it. And that way we don't fail at these, we only get better. And these are things that will be really amazing for you to develop in yourself, but also to see how it impacts those around you, how it impacts your outlook on life, how much you learn about yourself and the insight you can gain into yourself, your reactions, your emotions, and even about the way other people perceive you as well. So use these focus words by themselves. You can use them along with New Year's resolutions, but choose 3 focus words. Write them down in your journal, continue to take note and observe them in your life, observe opportunities to grow in them. And at the end of the year, you can reflect on all that you've gained from your focus words. You can choose to continue the same focus words or 1, 2 of the focus words, or choose new words each year. There have definitely been some words that I have come back to over the years, or words that I have adapted or adjusted during the year because I find that one fits a little bit better. So there's really no rules besides just pick some words that will benefit you as something you can develop as part of your character. Focus on them, learn about them in your own life, and learn about what's difficult or good, what gets better, because of these words being a focus in your life. I hope you guys enjoy this activity. Even if you're finding this video and it's not in the new year time frame, you can start this at any time. And that's the beauty of it. There's no rules, just growth. Thank you guys for watching.